5 minutes தான் நான் கொடுக்குறோம். காரணம் என்னன்னா actually 6 minutes have to be given, but கொஞ்சம் சீக்கிரமாகவே முடிக்கலான்றதுக்காக 5 minutes will be given. You have to solve 5 questions. First 5 questions பாருங்க. 1 2 3 4 னு ஏதாவது நோட்ல ஏதோ பேப்பர்ல மார்க் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. 1க்கு A, 2க்கு B அப்படின்னு சொல்லி just mark. Then sir will discuss. First என்ன ஆன்சர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்களே கரெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. 1 ரைட்டா ராங்கா எல்லா கரெக்ஷன் முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் you just identify what your score is. அது உங்களுக்கு தெரியல என்ன ஸ்கோரிங் பண்ணி ரைட். அதனால இது எல்லாமே செல்ஃபா தான் நடக்கும். பிகாஸ் ஓஎம்ஆர் கொடுத்து அதை நாங்கள் கரெக்ட் பண்ணா 100 days இல்ல ஒரு நாள் தான் தாங்கும். ஓகே, therefore if you have to make it sustainable, this is what you have to do. அதனால இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஓஎம்ஆர் கொடுக்கல. பிகாஸ் ஐ தாட் அதை ஷேட் பண்ணிட்டு அதை மார்க் பண்றதுக்குன்னா டைம் ஆகும். அதனால தான் if you want we can give you a printout also. OMR வேணுமா? Going to be a typical test. அப்படி வேணும்னா we will just make a printout and give it to you. சரியா? Fine. So இன்னைக்கு நீங்க இது பண்ணுங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் feedback வாங்கிட்டு if you want to change some models அப்போ தான் பார்ப்போம். Okay.
லைவ் போட்டுட்டு Okay, so the first phase of our day is over, our study time, and this is the time to test. Okay, so you will be given 50 questions in which we will take 5 questions at a time, 5 questions in 5 minutes. Ideally, in UPSC settings, you have to approach 100 questions in 120 minutes, which boils down to 6 minutes. For 5 questions, you have to use 6 questions. But here we are giving you a little more push, not 6 minutes, but 5 minutes. So என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா 5 கொஸ்டினா we will go in 10 rounds. Okay, so 50 questions in 10 rounds. 5 questions you do it, and after that 5 question is over, I will give a short brief on the key and some extra points. Then we will move on to the second round, 6th to 10th question. Like that we will continue up to 50, and our aim is to complete this within 1:30 p.m. So because you need to keep track, you can mark your answers in your question paper itself. For those who are online engaging themselves in this today's preparation, you can mark your answers in and a paper, question number 1 and what's the right choice, followed by the discussion. And let us follow strictly with the timeline, 5 minutes, because this is kind of a preparation for the examination settings. So please try to stick with the time. Okay, so with the small brief, let's get into the testing phase of today's preparation. So let's start from now. Focus எனக்கு வைங்க, இங்க உட்காந்துக்கிட்டு அப்புறம் வைங்க. அண்ட் ரொம்ப ப்ளீச் ஆன மாதிரி இருக்கு, ப்ளீச் ஆன மாதிரி ஒயிட்டா இருக்கு. White balance, white balance. Very well. So let us stop. Comfortable பண்ண முடிஞ்சதுங்களா? 5 questions. Okay. So let us get into the discussion. The first question: consider the following fauna and India. Okay, they are asking about which of the above are endangered. So they are asking about the IUCN status. Okay. So fine. So they are asking about the endangered status, about Gharial. Okay. So about Gharial. So Gharial is a freshwater crocodile species, which is known to be found in Chambal River. Chambal River is having its flow in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, um, Ganges, Son River of Punjab, and the Mahanadi of Odisha. So this is where this garden is found, a very important species from UPSC perspective. Many times this species have been touched upon. The reason is because it's a critically endangered crocodile species. Then you may have a doubt, sir. The question is about endangered. Critically endangered is also endangered. So can we choose that? No, endangered is a specific classification status in IUCN. Critically endangered இருந்தாலும் அதை endangered category-குள்ள கொண்டு வரக்கூடாது. So this is not cut off. So one, wherever it comes, you have to strike it out. So the remaining is only three only are none. The next is leatherback. Leatherback is a vulnerable turtle. See, in fact, India is known to have 5 turtle species. In yesterday's test discussion, I touched upon this. There are 5 turtle species in India. அவங்க யார் யாருன்னா, the one which is very well known to you all, Oliver Ridley turtles. Oliver Ridley turtles. In addition, the others includes green turtle. The next is hawksbill turtle. The fourth is loggerhead turtle, and the last is leatherback turtle. So these are the 5 major marine turtles that are known to be found in India. And among them, Oliver Ridley turtle இருக்கட்டும், in fact the whole 5, they are all vulnerable species. They are not critically endangered or endangered. So leatherback varad. No. And the last is swamp deer. Swamp deer also is called as Barasinga. Barasinga or swamp deer. This is usually found in northern and central India. It's a deer species found in northern and central India. It is also a vulnerable species. The correct answer is none of the above. See, sometimes the questions like this, if you are not very confident about a classification, try to eliminate. If you can come up to 50% elimination, then go ahead with your guess. If you cannot come to 50%, the better strategy is to not to touch it, not to attempt it. Either approach it panaringa because it will be more harmful. Okay. So let's move to the question number 2. Question number 2. This question is about which of the above is our mammal or mammals? And all has the name C. So they are asking about marine mammals. So marine mammals. So when we say marine mammals, which kind of animals can be called as marine mammals? I'll give you a list. These are called as marine mammals. It includes cetaceans. Cetaceans. In the cetaceans group la தான் dolphins, whales and the porpoises comes. This is a group that contains dolphin, whale and porpoises. இவங்க யாரு? Marine mammal. Second yarina, it is called as Sirenians. Yes, ma? Porpoises. Yeah. Porpoises. Like a tortoise, only P there. Porpoises. They are all very close to each other. They come under cetaceans. They are marine mammals. The next is Sirenians. The Sirenians group la na, the what is given when the question comes. Sea cow and dugong. They come under a group called as Sirenian, the second group. The next is what is called as pinnipeds. Pinni. PEDs, pinnipeds. This is the third group of marine mammals. Pinnipeds yaar varuvaanga? That actually what comes in one of the ocean. Sea lion, walrus, sea lion, walrus, and seals. They are called as pinnipeds. They are also mammals. In addition to that, there are also two other species, not groups, two other species that include sea otter. Sea otter is also a mammal, and the last polar bear is also considered to be a marine mammal. Polar bear, even the marine mammals. So in the marine mammals, we have clearly have sea cow, which come under Sirenians, sea lion, which comes under pinnipeds. What is seahorse? Seahorse is a fish. It is not a mammal, and therefore the correct answer is 1 and 3 for this. Correct? Okay, very good. Now, the third one. Which of the following is a correct sequence of ecosystems in the order of decreasing productivity? Sometimes when you may read the question well, but may think wrong. Whether increasing, you read, but sometimes you think in terms of increasing productivity. So don't make these small errors in the examination hall. Don't do that. Don't engage in that. So be very focused when you read questions. In the kuda, you may lose your focus or you may be a little distracted. But when you read this, you should be uttermost concentrated and focused. They're asking about decreasing productivity. But basics, you would have known that productivity can be many types. Primary productivity, secondary productivity. Even in primary productivity, there are two types: gross productivity, net productivity. But they haven't said anything about that in the question. அப்போ எதை நீங்க கன்சிடர் பண்றது? Let me give you an example for that. When you consider gross primary productivity, you know which is the largest? Oceans. But when you consider net primary productivity, oceans are the least. ஒரு கன்சிடர் பண்ணா it is largest. Gross primary productivity na oceans is the largest. But net primary productivity பார்த்தோம்னா oceans has the least. Oceans is something very closer to deserts. Hot deserts and cold deserts equivalent தான் oceans இருக்காங்க. அப்போ இங்க அப்படி தரலையே, அப்ப நம்ம எதை எடுக்கிறது? Don't do overthinking. This is another common problem we come across. Don't do overthinking. Productivity simply in a term refers to a practical value. Productivity of practical value, practical application. And net primary productivity is what of practical utility to ecosystems. And therefore, only when the productivity comes, remember, it is a reference to NPP, net primary productivity. அதை வச்சு பார்க்கும்பொழுது, from your basic thinking, you would have known oceans won't come in the beginning. Decreasing productivity சொல்றாங்களா, oceans is least, so it should not start with oceans. You can easily eliminate two. Now mangroves is a estuary ecosystem, and according to NPP, net primary productivity, swamps and estuaries has the highest primary productivity, net primary productivity. So these could be the only correct answers. What comes next? Oceans. Once again, apply the same concept. It has to be the least, and therefore the correct answer is C. See, sometimes you may not want to know the exact order. If you know what is largest, what is smallest, you can easily eliminate and sometimes even get the right answer also. So that is for the question number 3. Then question number 4. Which of the following have coral reefs? Andaman and Nicobar Islands? Yes. Gulf of Kutch, S. Gulf of Mannar, S. Sundarbans, no. In addition to that, coral reefs are also found in Park Strait, Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch, Park Strait, and Lakshadweep as well. I hope you would have read about this in your basic reading. There is one small difference between these 5 locations where coral reefs are found in India. You would have known about the types of coral reefs in geography. There are many types. In India, the majority of the coral reefs are called as fringing reefs. அதாவது கோஸ்ட் ஒட்டி அப்படியே வளர்ந்துருப்பாங்க லைக் அ பார்டர். நம்ம கோஸ்டல் ஷோர் இருக்கு தெரியுமா, அதுக்கு அதுக்கு ஒட்டியே கோரல் ரீஃப்ஸ் வளர்ந்து இருக்காங்களா, they are called as fringe. ஒட்டிட்டு இருக்குது, fringe means ஒட்டிட்டு இருக்கு, like something sticky. But majority of Indian coral reefs are fringing reefs with only one exception, which is Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep in fact is an atoll. ஒரு சின்ன வாட்டர் பாடி, அதை சுத்தி ஒரு லேண்ட், அதை சுத்தி ஓஷன்ஸ், that's called as lagoon. அந்த மாதிரி இடத்துல ஒரு coral reef வர்றது is called as atoll. Lakshadweep is the only atoll coral reef in India. And also to another point, coral reefs ஓட distribution பார்க்கும் பொழுது you need to have one basics. I hope. I'll clarify that. Coral reefs இருக்கு என்ன முக்கியமான தேவைன்னா temperature. It needs an optimal warm temperature for its survival. About 26 degrees to 31 degrees. It needs that warmthness. Second point, it requires an optimal salinity for its survival. So Sundarbans is the river mouth of Ganges and Brahmaputra, and therefore there will be lot of fresh water entering that region, and therefore with a large amount of fresh water, coral reefs usually cannot survive. Second point, when the river enters the sea, not only the fresh water gets into the oceans, but also it also brings lot of sediments. Because the river is carrying lot of sediments. These sediments can smother the coral reefs. They can smother the, they form a layer of sediments. Layer of sediments, coral reefs cannot grow well. So எங்கெல்லாம் river estuaries இருக்கோ அங்க எல்லாமே coral reefs கம்மியா. That is why river mouth இருக்கிற இடத்துல it won't be there, and that is what true with Sundarbans. So Sundarbans is not a part of the place where coral reefs are found. So 1, 2 and 3. That is the answer for this. Correct assessment ingla idu? Very good. Then question number, the last one. Which of the following national parks has a climate that varies from tropical to subtropical, temperate and arctic? So, what you need to guess is, they are asking that it has to be a mountainous ecosystem. In the valleys, it will be tropical or subtropical climate. And as the altitude increases, it slowly moves towards alpine ecosystem, arctic ecosystem. Very good. Now, at the same time, in the plain mean sea level rise also should be optimal. For example, let's talk about plain regions of Nepal. You may say it's a plain, but still it is far above mean sea level. So plain irundalume and the optimum temperature will be very cold. So it has to be like this. The whole region should not be above mean sea level. You get the idea? In the rendu context la yaar varuvanga parunga. So Kanjang zones are national parks in Sikkim. It is high altitude mountain. Ingaloda mean sea level evlo theriyuma? It's almost about 1800 meters. Appo anga eppadi arctic climate irukum? It won't be there. So it only experiences temperate climate. So done. Nanda Devi, high altitude, second highest peak in India. Nanda Devi. So it's only characterized by alpine ecosystem, very cold arctic ecosystem. Tropical, subtropical won't be there. Eliminated. Neora Valley National Park. It is where? West Bengal. It is not too high a valley, and therefore it is mostly characterized by tropical and subtropical ecosystem. It doesn't get too cold there. So in the tropical இருக்கும், but it won't have temperate or arctic climate. Eliminated. Namdappa is the right one. Namdappa of Arunachal Pradesh. So the right answer is. So sometimes you need to eliminate trying to understand what the question is about. Okay. So try to follow what I have told you and apply the strategy. நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுங்கன்னா எலிமினேஷனை லாஸ்ட் சாய்ஸா வச்சுக்கோங்க. Don't eliminate now. Try to guess as much as possible. Make errors, but then learn from the errors. Right? So I want to say about that. Let's move to the next round. Next 5 questions. Let's start now. The timer starts now. Well, let's move to the second round. So, in which of the following regions of India are you most likely to come across the great habitat and guards? Either see the மாதிரி question தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா you can directly go ahead with the option. Otherwise, you have to guess. Like a mini to brainstorm. Brainstorm பண்ணிட்டு என்னென்னலாம் கான்செப்ட் ஞாபகப்படுத்த முடியுமோ எல்லாமே எங்கெல்லாம் ஃபிட் பண்ண where you will fit the most should be the most one. Second, use those ideas that pops up when you think about it, eliminate. For example, when you think in horticulture, what are the things that come across? One thing that I remembered is Great Hornbill Festival of Nagaland. Nagaland is known to be a climate that is characterized by tropical rainfall, tropical deciduous ecosystem. அந்த ecosystem வேற எங்க இருக்கும்? If we celebrate Hornbill Festival and the has to be the home for the species, which similar kind of ecosystem added at and Hornbill are found mostly, as I've said earlier, the tropical rainforest ecosystems, which includes Eastern Himalayas and the Western Ghats. And therefore, உங்களுக்கு ஐடியா வந்திருக்கும் அப்ப என்ன சொல்லலாம் sand deserts can be eliminated. At least you can eliminate it. And sand molecules also can be eliminated. So these both after getting eliminated, we have higher Himalayas. See. If they have given lower Himalaya, the story would have been different. Because lower foothills of Himalayas, they will be found. But because they say higher Himalayas, this also becomes true. The correct answer that's remaining is Western. See, நீங்க என்ன ட்ரெயின் ஆகணும்னா எலிமினேஷன் டெக்னிக் மாஸ்டர் பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. It's also State Board of Kerala. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes. And if you take some unique points, one unique aspect of this bird is it has a very long curved beak, something like this. It also has a cask, which are empty shell. Cask என்னன்னா நம்ம சவப்பெட்டி வைக்கிறது that's called as cask. They have kind of a cask in its beak, which is nothing but an empty shell. This is a unique aspect of this bird. They have an empty cask shell on its upper part of the beak. And also it is monogamous. It is a bird which is known for their monogamous character, which means they have for life. Okay. So, eliminate பண்ண ட்ரெயின் ஆகுங்க. நீங்க கரெக்ட் ஆன்சரை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறத விட தப்பான eliminate பண்றது kind of little easier. So, try to master that. Okay. If you want to see gharials, see remember, now you can use the same thing. Gharials எங்க பண்ணலாம்? நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிட்டேன். இப்போ நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லலைன்னா என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன்? ஏதோ ஒரு டெக்னிக் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கணும் இல்லையா? என்ன பண்ணணும்? Anybody come up? இப்போ இந்த ஆப்ஷன்ஸையும் சாம்பலையும் வச்சு பார்த்து see remember see you have to see how your brain works. I have already told you gharial and the chambal thought Ganges Mahanadi சொல்லிட்டேன். You retrieve from your memory, but you haven't thought. அதே விஷயம் சொல்லும்போது இன்னொரு வேர்டை நான் சொன்னேன். எக்ஸாக்ட்லி இதெல்லாம் நீங்க பண்ணணும். நீங்க பிளேஸ மட்டும் பண்ணக்கூடாது, வேற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கோரிலேட் பண்ணலாம். ஃப்ரெஷ் வாட்டர் இப்ப பாருங்க பிட்டர் கனிகா இது பேக் வாட்டர். No, it won't be there in bitter kanika. It can be in Pulicat Lake. Pulicat Lake is also backwater, salt water ecosystem. அப்ப எங்க இருக்க முடியும்? Either in Chambal or Deeper Boat. Deeper Boat is a freshwater ecosystem in Assam. It is the only Ramsar site in Assam. It is the only freshwater Ramsar site in Assam, Deeper Boat. So, if you do not know, at least you can eliminate it. So, correct answer actually is Chambal River. Okay. Due to some reasons, If nothing is happening in the board, okay. Okay. So due to some reasons, if there is a huge fall in the population of a species of a butterfly, what could be likely consequences? So they are asking about the ecological role of butterfly. What is the ecological role of a butterfly? The first one, pollination. Yes, they are one of the important zoo pollinators. Animals that act as pollinators are called as zoo pollinators. There could be a drastic increase in the fungal infections of some cultivated plants. அப்ப என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா butterfly population decreases is equal to fungal infection increases ன்னு சொல்றாங்க. அப்ப இதோட ரிலேஷன் என்ன மீன் பண்றாங்கன்னு பார்க்கணும். Because now I'm sure that you would not have read about this. Now you need to guess. அப்போ they are saying, so when that, இப்போ இதோட contrary என்ன, when there is more butterflies fungal infections were lesser. அப்ப என்ன சொல்ல வராங்கன்னா இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட், அப்ப butterflies somehow stop the fungal infection மீன் பண்றாங்க. So when the butterflies are lost, it won't happen அப்படின்னு நம்ம மீனிங் தராங்க. But think what a butterfly does, it moves from one flower, one plant to another plant. இவங்க transmit பண்றதுக்கு help பண்ணுவாங்களா, or they will help in reducing the fungal infection? Transmitting. So this is wrong. See, you need to have a confidence to guess an unknown area also. But அதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி you need to logically understand what the question says. Sometimes I would like to give you one hint. ஒரு statement இந்த மாதிரி வருதுன்னா, if you have to guess, try to see the alternative scenario. இப்போ இதோட alternative என்ன? Drastic increase in fungal infections. அப்போ பாக்டீரியா, அப்போ பட்டர்ஃப்ளை இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா இது கம்மி ஆகணும். இதான் அவங்க சொல்ல வராங்க. Once you understand it, I'm telling you, more often you'll get it correct. நீங்க எப்பவுமே இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டை டைரக்டா பார்க்காம இதோட ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் நரேட்டிவையும் டிஸ்கஸ் நீங்க யோசிச்சு பண்ணீங்கன்னா your guesswork will be more better, more correct. Okay, so 2 is wrong. 1 only is correct. மூவ் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது இல்லை. என்ன பண்றதுன்னே புரியல. ஓ, சென்சிட்டிவிட்டி ரொம்ப இதுவா இருக்கு. ஜஸ்ட் a minute. இதுலயா? ஓகே. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So, statement 3, it would lead to a fall in the population of some species of wasps, spiders and birds. So, even if they suggest பண்றாங்கன்னா, for wasps, which are also a special type of wasp called as parasitoid wasps. So, please note it down, important. Parasitoid wasps. This wasps என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, they will go to a live prey, lay eggs within the live prey and move away. The eggs will grow within the live organism and hatch out. You know, that's more like a zombie, alien kind of thing. And those kind of wasps are called as parasitoid wasps. அவங்க எதை depend பண்றாங்க? They depend on butterflies. So when the butterfly reduces, wasp will be affected. The same is true for spiders as well as birds. Because there is one bird called oriole. O-R-I-O-L-E, oriole. This is a bird which exclusively eats on butterflies. வேற எதுவும் ஃபுட்டே கிடையாது அவங்க. So butterfly கம்மியாச்சுன்னா birds will be affected. So this is the correct. So 2 is wrong, 1 and 3 is the right answer. The next is, which of the leaf modifications occurs in the desert areas to inhibit water loss? Modifications of leaves. Okay. These modifications of leaves are called by a name called as phylloclade. This is a name given to the modifications. In what way they can modify? One, hard and waxy leaves. மேல வேற கூட மேல ஸ்க்ரப் பண்ணி பாத்தீங்கன்னா a waxy kind of a coating will be seen. That is called as cuticle. And the cuticle waxy coating. So waxy coating இருக்கிறதுனால அது கீழ இருக்கக்கூடிய water loss will be minimized because waxy coating it doesn't allow the water to escape. It retains the water. So in the waxy coating thick-ஆக water loss will be minimized. Something same நீங்க என்ன பண்றோம் மாய்ஸ்சரைசர் போடுறீங்க தெரியுமா நம்மளுக்கு மாய்ஸ்சரைசர் இருக்கிற மாதிரி பிளான்ட்க்கு மாய்ஸ்சரைசர் என்னன்னா cuticle. Waxy coating. The next is spiny leaves. Having a broad leaves will be exposed to too much of a sunlight. Sunlight என்ன பண்ணும்? It allows a transpiration to happen more. More transpiration, more water. அப்ப என்ன பண்றாங்க எக்ஸ்போஷரை குறைக்கணும். அப்ப பெரிய லீவ்ஸ் எல்லாமே என்ன ஆயிடுதுன்னா it becomes into fragmented leaves. இருக்கும். Desert பாத்தீங்கன்னா many leaves will be like this. This is called as segmented leaves. So segmented leaves என்ன பண்ணுது? It reduces the exposure to sunlight. Desert is known for that too much of a sunlight. அது குறையிறதுனால they also reduce water loss. Correct? And second, finally, thorns. Leaves will be modified into thorns because leaves still lose water due to transpiration. Thorns ல அது நடக்காது. And therefore, that's another great adaptation that they have. So what's the correct answer for this? All the three. Then question number 10. Which of the following, which of the above spread plant diseases? Plant diseases simple என்ன கான்செப்ட் ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு the pathogen has to be moved. இங்க இருக்கிற disease அங்க போகணும் யாரா கொண்டு போகணும். Who can transport it? Who can move it? Birds. It's a very simple. Birds, yes. Dust blowing என்னன்னா see dust is something but a very lightweight solid particles. The solid particles மேல the pathogens can be attached upon. So when the air blows the dust, this dust if it settles onto some organism, it may be plant, it may be animal, that can cause a disease. இதுக்கு பேரு தான் dust blowing. So dust blowing can also occur. The same is true for rain because rain will have a splattering effect. ஒரு பிளான்ட்ல ஒரு ஃப்ளவர்ல ஒரு லீஃப் டிசீஸ் இருக்குன்னா ஸ்பிளாட்டர் ஆகும்போது இட் ஸ்ப்ரெட்ஸ் டு நியர்பை பிளான்ட்ஸ் as well. Rain and also wind blowing. So all the four. நீங்க என்ன பார்க்கணும்னா இந்த மாதிரி क्वेश्चंसக்கு எல்லாமே படிச்சிட்டு ஆன்சர் பண்ண முடியாது. You always have to think on the spot. So remember you need to develop how to guess answers well. படிச்சா மட்டும் தான் ஆன்சர் பண்ண முடியும்ன்ற ஒரு 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 பிலீஃப்ல நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா what you will do you can attempt only 30 questions because only 30 questions you would have read. The remaining 45-50 questions you always have to guess. So remember உங்களோட guess work improve பண்றது தான் உங்களோட முக்கியமான டாஸ்க். Not only to read as much as much, it's how to guess from what you have read. அது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிட்டு train for that. So let's move on to the the third round of our practice. Question number 11 to 15. It starts now. Okay. So question number 11. Um, Pair the question. Uh, Bluefinned marsh found in Kaveri River. So yes, the species found in the Kaveri River. It is a species that is considered to be of low concern, a species of low concern from IUCN perspective. Um, the next is Airavati dolphin in Chambal River. Airavati dolphin in Chambal River? No, it is. The Airavati dolphin it is a freshwater dolphin, similar to Gangetic. Okay, it is a freshwater dolphin, but also found in estuaries like Chilica. Okay, but because it is present in Chilica, don't think that it is a marine dolphin. It is a freshwater dolphin, and the same is true for Gangetic dolphin as well. Gangetic dolphin is a freshwater dolphin, but also found on the coastal regions. But doesn't make it marine dolphin. So, அப்படி பார்க்கும்பொழுது we have to say that India is home for not only freshwater dolphin. The two examples for the freshwater dolphin in India யாரு சொல்லலாம்? Gangetic dolphin and Airavati dolphin. But it also has marine dolphins such as humpback dolphin. It's an exclusively marine dolphin. Hump dolphin and the striped dolphin. இந்த ரெண்டு டால்ஃபின் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா we are mostly have a global presence. And therefore, they are found in Indian waters as well. They are marine dolphins. So, but when we come exclusively to the question, it is not in Chambal River at all. It is in Chilika. Rusty spotted cat in Eastern Ghats, correct. So the correct answer for this is 1 and 3. ஆக்சுவலா இதுல மேபி இதுல நீங்க என்ன எலிமினேஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கணும்னா ஈவன் though you may not be sure about the other you must have known about Airavati dolphin because that is one important species of consideration and Airavati dolphin you should have known in India it is found only in Chilika Lake நீங்க அதை வச்சு என்ன சொல்லணும்னா 2 is wrong so you should have eliminated this then you should have come to the conclusion either one or one now you can make the rest of the guess. But at least 50% பண்ணிருக்கணும். Yes, anything? Oh. Okay, we'll see. It's even better. எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் 2 அடிச்சு இல்லமா? That's it. So thank you. Fine. Let's move to the next. So the next is there is also another very I don't know a shortcut, but many started using it as a highway. ஷார்ட்கட்ன்றது என்னன்னா எப்பவாவது போனா ஷார்ட்கட் எப்பவுமே போயிட்டு இருந்தா அது ஹைவே ஒன்லி வந்தா தப்புன்ற ஒரு அசம்ஷன் started following that but this is where they get a check on that no even if only comes it could be a correct statement so Asiatic lions are naturally found in India only yes the double humped camel அந்த இது பாத்தீங்கன்னா you have the double humped camel. Double humped camel, one of the camel that is known to be double humped, யாருன்னா Bactrian camel. Which is found in China. Single humped camel is found in Arabian Peninsula. So, the double humped camel is naturally found in India. No, India இருக்கக்கூடிய camel என்னன்னா Arabian Peninsula ஓட family சேர்ந்தது. And therefore it's only single hump, not double hump. Wrong. Okay, that may be a guess. நம்ம அதை வச்சுக்கலாம். You may not know வச்சுக்கலாம். Let's say you're not sure about it. Let's keep it in reserve. One-horned rhinoceros is naturally found in India only. It is also found in Nepal, terai grasslands of Nepal. Terai grasslands of Nepal and India, northeastern India. That is the home for one-horned rhinoceros, and therefore this is wrong. So இதுல ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் இல்ல ரெண்டு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். 1 and 3 I hope with a decent coverage reading you would have known it. Second guess. So 1 and 3 எங்க காம்பினேஷன் வருதுன்னா it either comes in C and D. At least once again பாருங்க நிறைய பொசிஷன் இருக்கு 50% elimination is very possible. It's very possible. So here the correct answer is நம்ம ஏவா 1 and 3. C 1 and 3. I'm sorry. சரிமா. Okay, yes. One only. So next one. Why is there a great concern about the microbeads? Microbeads is actually a reference to microplastics. So what the microplastics will be doing to us? And what are the impacts? They are considered harmful to marine ecosystems. Seems very generic, correct? Yes, that's a correct answer. Skin cancer கிடையாது. Small enough to be absorbed by crop plants கிடையாது. Because microplastics அப்படின்ற டாபிக் வந்ததுனால you would have known it is associated with marine pollution. அப்போ microplastics marine அப்படின்ற லிங்க் நீங்க வச்சிருக்கணும். அப்போ then எங்க இங்க marine ecosystem வருது? Nowhere is there related to marine ecosystem except that. So that is the one correct answer. A is the answer for that. Bioaccumulation, yes. 14th question. With a reference to India's desert national park, which of the following statements are correct? It is one of the natural habitats of the great Indian bustard. இதுதான் உங்களுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய known fact. Desert National Park is one of the best to home for great Indian bustard. Okay, this should be correct. There is no human habitation inside the park. We have to assume that it cannot be. அப்படி இருக்க வாய்ப்பு இல்ல, because right now we have what is called as Forest Rights Act 2006. That the people inside the park cannot be just removed and relocated. அப்படி பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. So இது தப்பா இருக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. இது கண்டிப்பா தெரிய வாய்ப்பு இல்லை. So first பத்தி கவலைப்படாதீங்க. தேர்ட வச்சு நம்ம கெஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா? So third has to be correct. Okay. So, but there is not much of a help. But you also know that second has to be guessed. There is no human habitation inside the park. But as far as I have said, உங்களோட guess என்ன இருக்கணும்? Complete zero presence of humans in national park ன்னு சொல்லவே முடியாது. It cannot happen at all. And therefore, except in core areas. Now remember, except in core areas of national parks or a tiger reserve, human activities, human presence are not allowed. ஆனா அதே நேஷனல் பார்க்ல பஃபர் ரீஜன் இருக்கும் தெரியுமா? There human activities and human habitations are allowed. And therefore, with that logic, இல்ல கம்ப்ளீட்டா இல்ல ஜீரோ பிரசன்ஸ் சொல்லவே கூடாது. And therefore, second has to be wrong. அப்ப செகண்ட் எங்கெல்லாம் வருது பாருங்க. See, there is not much of a difference. நம்ம இதுக்கு முன்னாடி தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க it has a higher level of protection அப்படின்றது கிடையாது. But actually no. National parks usually does not have a very restricted activity. The main reason is because of the species that it may hold. இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு டைகர் இருக்கிற நேஷனல் பார்க்கா இருந்ததுன்னா the tiger usually comes under a higher protection than the rest of the species. But in terms of Wildlife Protection Act, there is not much of a difference that it confers to national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. It's almost like the same protection methodology. Whether you want to alter in the national parks, you have to consult NBWL. You want to change the boundaries of wildlife sanctuaries, you have to consult. In fact, இதுல எல்லாமே என்ன தெரியுமா சொல்லுவாங்க, அந்த WP பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும், நேஷனல் பார்க்ஸ் ஆர் வைல்ட் லைஃப் சாங்சுரிஸ் ரெண்டுத்தையும் ஒரே இதுவா ட்ரீட் பண்ணுவாங்க. நம்ம I'm saying that in many literatures they say national parks has a higher protection. There is not such a difference that is given. Okay.
But the buffer area of the national park is highly protected. Like here in the wildlife sanctuary, minor forest produce collection, utilizing an agricultural activities are regulated or it is allowed?
In buffer region,
Not
in buffer,
in the buffer.
in the buffer,
Not
yes.
in the national.
In national park also it is allowed in buffer regions.
It is highly regulated in
See, regulated-நாலே regulated தான். Highly low கிடையாது. Regulated-நாலே it is regulated in both wildlife sanctuaries as well as national park. இது எப்படி differ ஆகணும்னா, national park has a high regulation, wildlife sanctuaries has no regulation. That makes a difference. Yeah.
specific production we can use for breeding country, whereas a national park can be for a multiple species production.
May be acceptable. This may be acceptable because most often wildlife sanctuaries are species specific. For example, when you say Gahir Mada wildlife sanctuary, are usually எதுக்கு associated? Gahir Mada of Odisha? Any idea? Olive ridley turtles. Usually, wildlife sanctuary are most often species specific. National park usually கிடையாது. So that may be acceptable, yes.
And one size is numbers.
Yes. So, புரியுதுங்களா? Okay, good. Question number 15, the last one. Which of the following protected areas is well known for the conservation of a subspecies of the Indian swamp deer? Barasinga. One second, Barasinga வந்துட்டாங்க. Singam 2. Yes. Chhattisgarh, yes. இப்போ நம் சொல்லுங்கம்மா என்னம்மா நீங்க நீங்களே பாம்பு வைக்கிறீங்க நீங்களே பாம்பு எடுக்கிறீங்க No, அவங்க ரெண்டு வேற வேற அவங்க ரெண்டு வேற வேற சரி no problem no problem see Barasinga சொல்ல swamp deer it is often found in tropical and tropical rain and tropical deciduous forests found in northern and central India இதுதான் அவங்களுடைய habitat requirement okay so in the habitat எங்க இருக்கோ they most often will be found there that's why we say they are found in central and northern and info இதுல நீங்க இத பாத்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும் இந்த simple ஐடியாவை வச்சு we can find Kanha National Park எங்க இருக்கு மத்திய பிரதேஷ் central India maybe Assam கிடையாது it has to be eliminated because it's East India Mudumalai Tamil Nadu கிடையாது South India Tal Chapar Rajasthan maybe but Tal Chapar does not have the satisfying ecosystem that swamp deer requires the Barasinga requires so the correct answer is Kanga National Park of Madhya Pradesh. So we come to 20. Let us move to the next 5 questions. Starting now. No problem. Yes. No. Right. So let's move to the question number 16. With reference to Indian elephants, consider the following statements. The leader of an elephant group is a female. Yes. They have a matrilineal society, not patriarchal society, matrilineal, and therefore that's correct. The maximum gestation period can be 22 months. Yes. That's why elephant is going to have a longer gestation period ever. 22 months they have gestation. The pregnancy will last for about 22 months. Very long gestation period. And an elephant can normally go on calving till age of 40, 43 on average. 15 years ஆரம்பிச்சு 45 years வரைக்கும் they can give birth to young ones once in every 4 years. Once in every 4 years. From 15th year to its 5th year they can give birth to. So therefore, இதுல என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா வெறும் 40 years அந்த கரெக்டா இருந்திருக்கும். Maybe it's closer. But they say only they put a strict limit at year 40. So that's why it becomes wrong. Otherwise, நீங்க இதை என்ன பண்ணிருக்கணும்னா கரெக்ட்னு தான் நீங்க எடுத்துக்கணும் இதை. Among the states in India, the highest elephant population is in Kerala, not Kerala, Karnataka. Okay, now I would like to ask something. I would like to ask something, another question similar to this. Which state in India has the highest tiger population? Madhya Pradesh. Good. பரவாயில்ல அலர்ட்டா தான் இருக்கீங்க. So first one is correct, second is also correct, third is wrong, fourth is wrong. 1 and 2. The next question number 17. Which of the following have species that can establish a symbiotic relationship? Symbiotic here, the meaning we are giving here is beneficial relationship. So where the both of the species benefit with its interactions. So first one, Nidarians. Nidarians comes under what called as coral reefs. Coral reefs comes under Nidarian phylum. இந்த நிடேரியன்றது ஒரு phylum, animal classification group. இதுல வரவங்க தான் coral. And you know coral lives in symbiotic relationship with phytoplankton, zooxanthellae. Okay, so correct. Fungi. The fungi lives in symbiotic association with anybody? Of course, yes, many. Lichens and சொல்லுவாங்க. Lichens is an association between fungi and an algae. Second, it also lives in association with the roots of higher plants. Fungi in association with the roots of higher plants. Okay, that's called as mycorrhiza. In fact, mycona fungi. எப்பெல்லாம் myco வருதோ imagine fungi. Rhiza na என்ன அர்த்தம்னா roots னு அர்த்தம். So roots of plants plus fungi அவங்களோட association தான் mycorrhiza. And the mycorrhiza, I would like to give another important point. Mycorrhiza is known for making phosphate availability to the roots. ஏன் அப்படின்னா நீங்க பாஸ்பேட் சைக்கிள் படிச்சிருப்பீங்க, பாஸ்பரஸ் சைக்கிள். அவங்களோட ரிசர்வாயர் என்ன? ராக்ஸ். ராக்ஸ்ல ஹிடனா இருக்கிற அந்த பாஸ்பரஸை சொல்யூபிளைஸ் பண்ணி ரூட்ஸ்க்கு தரது இஸ் நாட் an easy job. இதை தரவங்க யாருன்னா ஃபங்கை. And therefore mycorrhiza இல்லனா பிளான்ட்க்கு கிடைக்கக்கூடிய பாஸ்பரஸ் availability will be very much affected. So that's about mycorrhiza. That is the reason why mycorrhiza is also used as a biofertilizer. நம்ம ரைசோபியம் எப்படி பயோஃபெர்டிலைசர் சொல்றோமோ அதே மாதிரி mycorrhiza is also one of the biofertilizer. அப்போ இந்த பயோஃபெர்டிலைசரோட முக்கியமான ஜாப் என்ன? மேக்கிங் phosphorus available, phosphate available to the plant. So இதுவும் கரெக்ட். புரோட்டோசோவானாலே உங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன மைண்டுக்கு ஞாபகம் வரும்? அமீபா ஞாபகம் வரும், which causes disease. But let me tell you, it also can have beneficial relationship with other animals. For example, இப்போ நிறைய டைஜஷன் இன் தி லோவர் அனிமல்ஸ் இருக்கு, நம்ம கேட்டில் இந்த மாதிரியான அனிமல்ஸ்ல டைஜஷன் ஆகுறதுக்கு புரோட்டோசோவா பிளேஸ் a very important role. So they helps in the digestion of low animals. So all the three are right. 1, 2, and 3 is the answer for this question. Then question number 18. Question number 18. Which of the following are detrivores? Detrivores na enna which feeds on detritus. Detritus na enna dead organic matter. Dead organic matter is called as detritus. Detritus we call them as detrivores. So who does it? Earthworm is a detrivore. We all know that. Remember, earthworm is called as a retrivore, but some texts say that earthworm is a decomposer, which is wrong. Earthworm decomposer சொன்னீங்கன்னா it is wrong. Decomposer the title belongs only to two, bacteria and fungi. இவங்க தான் true decomposers. Earthworm கிடையாது. Earthworm is a detrivore, correct. It feeds on dead organic matter. It's a detrivore. Second, jellyfish is a hunter. It hunts fishes and small organisms. Dead another சாப்பிடுறது it hunts, and therefore that is wrong. Millipedes, at least you know, millipedes is also a predator. It hunts, kills, and eats. இந்த 3 wrong and கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டீங்கனாலே your job usually is done. Even if you do not know others, if you know about millipedes இந்த retrivore கிடையாதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சிட்டாலே you know 1, 2, and 4. I'm sorry. One minute. Sorry. 1 minute. So, jellyfish is a detrivore. Woodlice is a detrivore. Okay. So, sea horse is a fish which is a predator. Jellyfish is also a predator. But millipede, I'm sorry for that, it's having a mixed diet. Millipede has a mixed diet. It is both a hunter, primarily it is a hunter, but it also is able to feed on dead carcass of other animals. We are a carnivore. They usually hunt. But at the same time, செத்து போன விலங்குகளோட உடல் இருந்தாலும் they extract the juice from it. The millipedes they extract the juice. That's how their mouth part is. So 1, 3, and 5. C is the answer for this. So that was a wrong thing that I come across. Sorry for that. Question number 19. Which one of the following is a filter feeder? Filter feeder. Catfish. It is a bottom feeder. Okay, called as benthos. And there are other catfishes which are predators of other fishes. புரிஞ்சுங்க, catfishes நிறைய இருக்கு. Catfishes can be a bottom feeder. Catfishes are also predators of other fishes. For example, Kerala பாத்தீங்கன்னா catfish is an invasive alien species. So yes, so that is not. The next is octopus is also a predator. It is also a predator. Pelican is a bird. Oyster is in fact what? Is referred as filter feeders. Other example for a filter feeder is whales. No, octopus is not. Octopus is a predator. Bottom feeder na enna probably in the fish tank la pathina there are fishes where it will always be seen at the bottom of the fish tank and clean. They called as tank cleaner fishes. They are called as bottom feeders and also called as, they are usually called as benthos. Okay, they are called as usually benthos. So the answer for them is oyster. Question number 20. Consider the following kinds of organisms. Which of the above are primary producers in the food chain? Primary producers which are capable of photosynthesis. Okay. What's the answer? Okay. So at least ஒரு விஷயம் உங்களுக்கு clear-ஆ தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். This is a producer and information you must be clear of. So either it has to be A or B. You can eliminate with this. Now whether 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. Copypods, they are small insects that are seen floating in the water. They come under a phylum called as crustaceans. Nothing but crustaceans yarina. Crustaceans includes marine arthropods. அதாவது okay, let's simplify it. Marine insects. The marine insects are referred as crustaceans and they are not producers. அவங்க animals. அவங்க photosynthesis பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. So therefore one is wrong. And the remaining answer should be 213. Diatoms. Diatoms na yaruna, they are algae with the silica in its cell wall. They have silica. Usually plant அவரோட cell wall என்ன இருக்கும்னு சொல்லுவோம், cellulose இருக்கும்னு சொல்லுவோம். அந்த cellulose கூடவே சேர்ந்து they have silica. Diatoms. இதே மாதிரி இன்னொன்னு இருக்காங்க, அவங்க பேரு coprolithophores. இவங்களும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா algae which means they have cell wall. அந்த cell wall இருக்கிறதுக்கு என்ன cellulose. பட் இவங்க கிட்ட என்ன இருக்குன்னா they have calcium carbonate. So இந்த algae நம்ம பார்த்தோம்னா we have normal algae, green algae. We also have diatoms. This is an algae with silica in the cell wall. We have coprolithophores which is an algae with calcium carbonate in the cell wall. அப்ப இந்த இடத்துல ஒருவேளை coprolithophore இருந்ததுன்னா அவங்க கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர். Foraminophores are actually single-celled animal organisms found in the marine ecosystem. Single-celled animals. அப்போ அவங்க producer கிடையாது. And therefore that is wrong. So the answer is 2-1. So with this, let's move on to the next set of questions, 21 to 25 now. Starting now. Right. So, question number 21. Certain species of which one of the following organisms are well known as cultivators of fungi? The first farmer of the world. Ant. What is the name of the association? It's called as Myrmecophily. It is the name of the association between the ant and the fungi cultivation. It's called as Myrmecophily. So, A is the answer for this question 21. The next, consider the following statements. Marsupials are not naturally found in India. Yes, it's a correct statement. Marsupials are called as pouched mammals. They have a special pouch for the newborn to care for about 8 months to 12 months. So that's called as pouched mammals. Example, kangaroos. Kangaroos consider under marsupial. Marsupials ரெண்டு பேர் வருவாங்க. ஒன்னு kangaroos, ரெண்டாவது another one called as manatees. The two are called as marsupials, and these marsupials are found only in Australia, nowhere else. And the second, so of course, that comes under India also. And marsupials can thrive only in mountain grasslands with no predators. Very true. That's why நம்ம மற்ற வேர்ல்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய பிக் predators எதுவுமே ஆஸ்திரேலியால இருக்காது. ஆஸ்திரேலியா இஸ் known for an absence of large big predators. This is one of the reason why the apex organism dominate பண்றது யாருன்னா kangaroo because of absence of very big predators. Tiger, lion, leopard, cheetah, they are not found in Australia at all. So this is correct and not naturally found in India. That is also correct. So the correct answer is both are correct and it is the correct explanation for statement 1. A is the answer for this. Picture map na இப்ப kangaroo wrist. Okay. 23rd. Consider the following fauna. They are asking about nocturnal animals. Nocturnal are most active during the after the sunset. So lion-tailed macaque, it is an endemic species of Western Ghats. They are found only in Western Ghats, and mostly in the மாதிரியான monkey species எல்லாமே diurnal, means they are active during the daytime. Okay, so நம்ம இத பார்க்கும்போது 1 minute. So we can say that it is not nocturnal at all. Okay, first one. The second என்னன்னா Malabar civet. It's a cat. Malabar civet is a cat which is also restricted to southern India, and therefore cats are usually nocturnal in the behavior. Correct. But okay, is it correct? But what about sambar deer? So sambar deer பாத்தீங்கன்னா it is a deer species found throughout in Indian subcontinent. Not only India, it is distributed in the Indian subcontinent and South Asia. ஆனா இவங்களுடைய behavioral characteristics பாத்தீங்கன்னா it is nocturnal as well as crepuscular ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. crepuscular என்னன்னா டேவும் இல்லாம நைட்டும் இல்லாம அந்தி சாயும் நேரம் சொல்லுவாங்க, twilight hour. It's both light as well as dark. It is active during crepuscular and also during night. So sambar deer, according to contrary to what we believe, it's a deer, but it is active during crepuscular and nocturnal. The answer is 2 and 3. Only 2. The next, which of the following organisms perform a waggle dance for others of the fin to indicate the direction and distance to the source of the food? Honeybees. A very straightforward answer. Honeybees. Then question number 25. Some microorganisms can grow in environments you should have. All only vanda you have to be very careful. Other times, science and technology environment someone varumbodhu there will be something for anything. Puriyada? So it will be correct. But you should be very careful when it comes all or none. That all in the restriction, only in the restriction vanda tappunu mudivu pannadinga, read the question, then you choose. But someone varumbodhu most often it will be there. Something will be doing something. And therefore, இது வந்து ஒரு ஐம் கிவிங் யூ 1 செகண்ட் ஷார்ட் கட் ஹைவேவா மாத்தாதீங்க. ஓகே, இருந்தாலும் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் படிங்க. சம்மன் வந்தா மோஸ்ட் ஆஃபன் இட் வில் பி கரெக்ட், பட் ஈவன் தென் ரீட் த கொஸ்டின். So some microorganisms can grow in high temperatures. Yes, they are called as thermophiles. Some microorganisms can grow in very low temperature. Yes, they are called as psychrophiles. Some microorganisms can grow in extreme acidics, acidophiles. Thermophiles, psychrophiles, acidophiles, மூணுமே correct. All the three. C is the answer for this. Then we'll move to the next round. Starting now. Okay.
இந்த ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டில் பார்த்துக்கோன்னா மார்சிபியல்ஸ்லேருந்து பாசம்ஸ் வரும் சார், which is in Central America and South America. அது predator இருக்குல்ல சார். Because in Australia, yes, there is no predator. There is no many Australia there. But possums and marsupials are in Central America and South America, which has predators.
1 minute, I'll come back. இங்க இருக்க நான் வரேன். Okay. Okay, so let's get back. But before I get back, there was one correction right on my mind. So that I would like to give a small correction to the notes that you have made. So please correct it. 22nd question, statement 2. I told about no predators. That is true because these birds are considered to be extremely agile. For example, one good example is the Tasmanian devil or something like a பெருசா இருக்கிற எலி மாதிரி இருக்கும். Okay, but very ferocious and no animals can ever dare to go near it. Another example of some organism is called as opossums. Okay, it's called as opossums. This opossums is also a marsupial. It is found in northern and central America in diverse ecosystems, not only grasslands. But statement என்ன சொல்லிட்டாங்கன்னா can thrive only in montane grasslands. Adala that statement becomes sometimes of out, but in terms of predators they don't. They're very ferocious and very offensive organisms. But they thrive in diverse ecosystems like the western coast of America, characterized by temperate rainforests, dry deciduous forests. You can live in these ecosystems also, not only in grasslands. So, because of this, the answer for the question number 22 is C. Statement C, C statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is not correct. ஒருவேளை அந்த மாண்டேன் கிராஸ்லாண்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு இல்லாம இல்ல அந்த ஒன்லின்ற வேர்ட் இல்லாம இருந்ததுன்னா that becomes the correct statement. A would be the right answer. So thanks for that. So let's move on. Question number 26, right? Okay. So question number 26. Eutrophication. As a consequence of eutrophication in a freshwater lake, நீங்க படிச்சிருப்பீங்க இத. Which of the following changes might happen to its ecological pyramid? 1. The pyramid of energy will become inverted. Never ever energy pyramid will become inverted. எப்பவுமே அது இப்படி தான் இருக்கும். Pyramid of energy will always be straight, never inverted. So this is wrong. Eliminate. See, எப்பவுமே ஒரு ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் தப்புன்னு தெரிஞ்சிடுச்சுன்னா அப்சல்யூட்டா ராங் தெரிஞ்சிடுச்சுன்னா உடனே அடுத்த ஆப்ஷன் போகாதீங்க. ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ல போயிட்டு ஸ்ட்ரைக் அவுட் பண்ணுங்க. Because mechanically sometimes இது படிச்சிருவோம் ஆனா இங்க தப்பு பண்ணிடும். Immediately strike it out that is wrong. Avoid those kind of mechanical errors. Second, its pyramid of numbers will be upright. So நம்ம ecological pyramidல என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? Always the lower one will be producers, next will be primary consumers. இப்படி போயிட்டே இருக்கும் இல்லையா? அப்போ eutrophication which is growing more? Primary producers. அப்ப அவங்க தான் பெருசா இருக்கும். அப்ப அது எப்படி இருக்கும்? Upright தான் இருக்கும். So this is correct. Its ecological pyramid will provide explanation for biomagnification. That is also correct. இந்த pollutants எல்லாமே ஆல்கல போகும். ஆல்கல சாப்பிடுற வேற ஏதாவது அனிமல்ஸ் அவங்களுக்கு போகும். It goes like that. In fact, in marine ecosystem, there is a disease also for this. It is called a shellfish poisoning. இந்த algal bloom affect ஆன ரீஜன்ல இருந்து நாம ஏதாவது aquatic products சாப்பிட்டோம்னா sometimes it can lead to food poisoning for those who have eaten it. And அதுக்கு பேரு தான் it's called a shellfish poisoning. It's nothing but biomagnification. So இதையும் நாம எப்படி தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம்? Through the ecological pyramid. So 2 is correct, 3 is correct. 2 and 3. C is the right answer. Then 27th question. Land gets heated faster than water bodies? Yes. We knew the differential heating of land and water. Yes. So this is correct. Then water bodies gets cooler. No, they get heated faster. They also get cooler slower. So this is wrong. The correct answer is A. One only. Question number 28. Which of the following processes is not involved in carbon cycle? Which one? Why? Because transpiration involves water cycle. It involves water cycle, not carbon cycle. மற்ற எல்லாத்துலயுமே கார்பன் வரும். அது போட்டோசிந்தசிஸா இருக்கட்டும், ரெஸ்பிரேஷனா இருக்கட்டும், கார்பன் இருக்கும். இதுல இல்லாதது டிரான்ஸ்பிரேஷன் மட்டும் தான். So that is the right answer. Then question number 29. Yellow green color of coastal waters. எப்பவுமே பாத்தீங்கன்னா open oceans போனீங்கன்னா ப்ளூவா இருக்கும். Coastal region most often will be greenish color. இதுக்கு காரணம் என்ன அப்படின்னா what's the right answer in this? See, when you think about sea, copper. நம்ம 10th 12th படிச்சப்ப காப்பர் யூஸ்வலி என்ன கலர் காமிக்கும்? ப்ளூ. அவங்க என்ன தந்திருக்காங்க? காப்பர் வரக்கூடாது. காப்பர் வரக்கூடாது. கிரீன் என்ன சால்ட் தரமா தரும்? பேரியம் சால்ட் தான் கிரீன் கலர், not the copper. So copper eliminate பண்ணிடுங்க. The correct answer is because of organic molecule. It simply means this: growth of phytoplanktons more on the coastal region. அதுதான் ஆன்சர். அந்த phytoplanktons என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Organic materials ன்னு சொல்றோம். 29. Then question number 30. We know in the food chain, we say that food chain cannot go more than 6 levels. ஏன் அதுக்கு ஒரு ரூல் சொல்லுவாங்க? It is because of what is called as 10% law. And the 10% law ஏன் நடக்குது? Why the 10% law happens? That is the question. Why approximately only 10% moves? First one, heat loss. Correct? ஒரு 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 அனிமலை தான் ஒரு இன்னொரு அனிமல் சாப்பிட முடியும். அந்த மசில்ஸ் தான் சாப்பிட முடியும். அவங்க உடம்புல இருக்கிற ஹீட் அவங்க எடுக்க முடியாது. That always will be lost. So heat loss. Second, energy loss due to metabolic reactions and energy loss to growth and reproduction. The energy எல்லாமே அடுத்த லெவலுக்கு போகாது. So therefore 90% will be lost. 10% அவங்க சாப்பிட்டாங்க திரும்ப அது மட்டும் போகும். So all the three is explanation for that. So we have to rush a little. கொஞ்சம் வேகமா போறேன் நானு. This is the first day, we'll try to optimize this. Let's move to the next round, please. Okay. So question number 31. The organisms that are found in the transitional area between two communities. For example, let's say this is the forest ecosystem kind of a community, a grassland, another community. இதுக்கு நடுவுல இருக்கிற border area தான் called as transitional community. That transitional area is actually called as what? Ecotone. இந்த இடத்துல இருக்கிற species பேர் என்ன? Edge species. So what about critical links? You would have studied about the keystone species, but what is critical link here? It's another name for keystone species. So critical link species and keystone species they are not different. And exotic species na enna? Alien species are called as exotic species. Now ஒரு இடத்துல இல்லாதவங்கள கொண்டு வரதுனால we call them as exotic, alien species. So the correct answer for this question is exotic species. Question number 32, Nepenthes. Nepenthes you would have known, it is actually what? An insectivorous plant. அது green ஆ இருக்குமா? Yes, it is green. அப்ப therefore it is capable of photosynthesis. If it is capable of photosynthesis, it's a producer. But we also know it catch insects. அப்ப insect சாப்பிடுறாங்கன்னா அவங்க என்னவா இருக்கணும்? Secondary consumer ஆ இருக்கணும். So they both primary producers as well as secondary consumers. இவங்களும் இருப்பாங்க. They are producers true, but they are also secondary consumers because they consume insects. How they can be primary consumer யாருன்னா இன்னொரு plant சாப்பிடுறவங்க தான் primary consumers. Yes. So 1 and 3 is answer for this. Okay, question 33. About ecology. Ecology ஓட definition என்ன? Interactions between living and abiotic factors. That is correct. And we can understand pollution. What is pollution? Now living, non-living on atmosphere enna kondu varum. Living, what will changes will bring air, water, soil. That is called pollution. So that interaction we can understand better through ecology. Yes, both are correct. Then question number 34 about the prehistoric life in Earth. The prehistoric life, when we say prehistoric life, we are talking about the first formed life in Earth. It's almost about 3.7 billion years ago. That's the time that Earth evolved first in Earth. Earth or evolutionary time, 4.5 billion. Earth or evolutionary time. But life is almost 1 billion years life form. 3.7 billion years first life form ஆகுது. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது that was not having an atmosphere of oxygen. That was unoxygenic environment. Oxygen இல்லாத ஒரு climate. Okay. So absence of oxygen, correct. That is correct. Second, an atomic form of oxygen is toxic. That's very true. That's very true. In fact, this is something, one of the surprising things. Our whole life depends on something which is extremely unstable. Oxygen. Oxygen ஓட instability எந்த அளவுக்கு பாருங்க, எந்த அளவுக்கு நம்ம லைஃப் இருக்கு பாருங்க. O2. We depend on our respiration. O, very potently electronegative னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So they can easily capture other atoms. Electrons of other atoms. O3 இவங்களை விட இன்னும் அதிகம். So ஓவா இருந்தாலும் O3 இருந்தாலும் they have strong oxidizing effects னு சொல்லுவாங்க. That is why ozone causes damage to us. You would have known that we treat water with ozone. பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? Ozonized water னு சொல்லுவாங்க. It's a water treatment procedure. Why? Because ozone kills microbes. O3 இருந்தாலும் பிரச்சனை, ஓவா இருந்தாலும் பிரச்சனை, O2 தான் லைஃப் சஸ்டெயின் பண்ணுது. And that's what the question is about. So 2 is also correct. So both 1 and 2 is the answer for this. And the question number 35. In which of the following ways that carbon are known to be involved? In which? Moderation of the Earth's atmospheric temperature? Yes. And one of the important greenhouse gases in our Earth is carbon dioxide. ஒருவேளை இந்த greenhouse gases carbon இல்லனா temperature என்ன போயிருக்கும்னா they say it's about -18 degrees Celsius. This would have been the temperature if there were no greenhouse effect given by the carbon dioxide. Energy source for the biosphere, carbon is involved in that? Yes. நம்ம சாப்பிடுறது எல்லாமே கார்பன் சோர்ஸ் தான். The third, source of raw material for shell forming marine organisms. Shell forming marine organisms னா அவங்க ஃபார்ம் பண்ண அந்த ஷெல்லோட காம்போசிஷன் என்ன? கால்சியம் கார்பனேட். அந்த கார்பனேட்ன்றது என்ன? Ca2CO3. Carbon இருக்கா? So it is also there. So all the three, 1, 2 and 3 is acceptance. So let's quickly move to the next round. Right. So question number 36. The habitat of an organism includes habitat refers to a physical space where an organism lives. Physical space. It includes the comrades, the nearby species, and also the very habitat, soil, water, air, everything. So it includes both biotic as well as abiotic. Answer to this is correct. Now moving to 37, the temperature distribution along the latitudes. You know there is something called as the temperature gradient along the latitudes from the warmer equator to the colder polar regions. இதே பேட்டர்ன் வேற எங்க இருக்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா in altitudinal pattern. நம்ம latitudeல பாக்குற அதே மாற்றங்கள் வேலியில இருந்து மேல போக போக the same changes also will be seen. So the answer for 37 is A. Then question number 38. The decomposers in an ecosystem is involved in which of the following functions? If we say decomposers, what they act on health organisms. அதை டீகம்போஸ் பண்ணிட்ட அப்புறமா அதுல இருந்து என்ன ரிலீஸ் ஆகும்? நியூட்ரியன்ஸ் ரிலீஸ் ஆகும், நைட்ரஜன், பாஸ்பேட். அவங்க யாரு? இன்ஆர்கானிக். ரிலீஸ் பண்றது இன்ஆர்கானிக். அந்த டெட் ஆர்கானிசம் என்னன்னு சொல்லுவோம்? ஆர்கானிக் வாங்க. சோ they convert organic into inorganic. Decomposers, they involved in this transformation only. So 38, B is the answer. And question number 39. A plant can occupy more than one trophic level in an ecosystem. நம்ம பொதுவாக plant என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? Primary producers அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம், autotrophs. வேற trophic level இருக்க முடியுமா? Yes. There are also parasitic plants called as cuscuta. இந்த parasitic plants என்ன பண்றாங்க? They depend on other plants for its growth. அப்போ ஒரு பிளான்ட் சாப்பிடுறவங்க என்னன்னு சொல்லணும்? பிரைமரி கன்சியூமர்ஸ் சொல்லணும். கரெக்டா? இந்த ஒரு டியர் சாப்பிடுற மாதிரி. அப்போ கஸ்கூட்டா அந்த மாதிரி தான் பண்றாங்க. So therefore plant can do that. I'll give another example also. You wouldn't believe it. ஆல்கேனாலே நம்ம பச்சையா இருக்கிறது harmless நினைப்போம். But there is an algae called as Protopica. It can cause infections in humans. I'm sorry, spelling mistake. Protopica. This is an algae that can cause human infection. So human diseases க்கு ஒரு ஆல்கேவும் கூட காரணமா இருக்கலாம், like virus and bacteria. So நம்ம என்ன சொல்லலாம்? அப்போ சார் இப்போ இது எப்படி correlate பண்ணலாம்? Algae is similar to plants. And therefore when we say a plant can occupy more than one trophic level, correct. An animal can occupy more than one trophic level in an ecosystem, correct. For example, there would be omnivores. அவங்க ஹெர்பிவோராவும் இருப்பாங்க ஒரு லெவல், கார்னிவோராவும் இருப்பாங்க another level, more than one level. So the correct answer is both one. Then question number 40. Consider the following differences between parasitism and predation. ரெண்டுமே negative interactions. Both parasitism and predation negative interaction. But what's the difference between them? Both type of interactions is referred as negative, correct? Yes. Second, a person eating a non-vegetarian food may be called as a predator. Maybe நீங்க வெஜிடேரியனா நான் வெஜிடேரியன் பொறுத்து இந்த முடிவு எடுப்பீங்க போல. ஆனா சயின்டிபிக்கா பாத்தீங்கன்னா what is a predator? Predator is an organism that eats other organisms. So by the very classical dictionary based understanding that when you are a vegetarian, you eat other plant materials. Fresh சாப்பிடுவீங்க கேரட். அப்ப நமக்கும் in fact let me tell you, herbivores are also predators of plants. Predators போது நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்கன்னா அனிமல்ஸ் மட்டும் தான் predators நினைக்காதீங்க. Herbivores are predators of plants. அதனாலதான் in fact a plant has defensive mechanisms against the predators. They have spines. Spines இருக்கிற trees herbivores இது பண்ணுவாங்க. They also secrete a plant hormones which will cause indigestion. இதை secrete பண்ணாங்கன்னா அதை சாப்பிடுற herbivores it cause indigestion and they will never go to the plant again. So யார் இதை பண்ணுவாங்க? predators எதிராக தானே பண்ணுவாங்க. So herbivores are also predators. நீங்க வெஜிடேரியனா இருந்தீங்கன்னா you are a predator of a plant and therefore this is also correct. Maybe என்ன சொல்லிருக்கலாம், இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் கிளியரா சொல்லலாம்னா predator of plants ன்னு சொல்லியிருந்தா this would have been more clear, but that is where the question is. Both are correct. So please let's quickly move to the next round, 41 to 45. ம்
ஒருத்தருக்கு பாசிட்டிவ், இன்னொருத்தருக்கு நோ எஃபெக்ட்.
பெனிஃபிஷியல்மா. இப்போ பேரசைட்னா யாருன்னா
பெனிஃபிஷியல், ஒருத்தருக்கு
ஹார்ம்ஃபுல்.
இல்ல அது predatorல
ரெண்டு பேருமே ஒருத்தர் predatorனா யாரு, நம்ம சாப்பிடுறோம் இன்னொருத்தவங்களை. அப்ப என்ன ஆகுது, ஐ எம் ஈட்டிங் another animal, right? I am benefited, but they lose it. பட் என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ்னா, இந்த predator relationship கம்ப்ளீட் ஹண்ட்னும் போது நான் ஒரே ஒரு லெக் மட்டும் தெரியும், லெக் பீஸ்ன்னு கேட்காது, they kill it. ஆனா parasitism பாத்தீங்கன்னா the animal may survive. predation நடந்ததுன்னா there will be death of the prey. That's what predation is. Understand? If hunting is successful, it results in death of one. This is the first difference. Parasitism, not always it results in death of the prey. Second difference is size difference. Usually, predation, the hunter is usually bigger and more stronger. And parasitism, we are stronger, but we affect the bacteria very small. So these are the two major differences. But in terms of benefit harm பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரெண்டும் ஒண்ணுதான். அதை differentiate பண்றதுக்கு தான் இந்த two differences நம்ம சொல்றோம். Predationலயும் one will be harmed, one will be benefited. Parasitismலயும் one will be benefited, one will be harmed. But என்ன differenceனா the two differences I have told you. Welcome. Well, the time runs out. Let's move to the question number 41. So, 41, which of the following are the sources of nitrogen in an ecosystem? Remember, you need to be very careful about the words used in the question. It didn't ask anything about anything else. It just says ecosystem, which includes air, water, soil, including living systems. Ecosystem is a study of interactions between living and non-living things. அப்ப எல்லாமே வந்துரும். அப்ப whether living or non-living, wherever there is a nitrogen that is released into the ecosystem, that is the answer for this. Agricultural land is known for emissions of nitrous oxide, N2O, due to soil microbial activity. Correct? Fossil fuel, we know burning fossil fuel releases oxides of nitrogen, NOx, yes. Livestock is also known for the release of N2 or nitrous oxide, and as well as the cow dung, which is known to be the animal excreta, rich in nitrogen sources, correct? Urban waste, which includes both the solid as well as the liquid waste, that is also has a huge content of nitrogen. All the four is answer for this. Question number 42. Consider the following statements with reference to ecosystem productivity. Okay. So, gross primary productivity of an ecosystem is the rate of production of organic matter during respiration. இப்போ பாருங்க, obvious contrary புரிஞ்சிருக்கும். Gross primary ன்னும் பொழுது photosynthesis தானே வரணும். Because it is a photosynthesis that makes respiration eats what has been made. Correct? Generation process of photosynthesis. அப்போ இங்க during respiration தான் critical point. That makes it wrong. ஒருவேளை இங்க photosynthesis வந்து இருந்ததுன்னா that is correct. So second, net primary productivity is always less than the gross. Nama gross salary is always less than the net. I'm sorry, net is always less than the gross. That is very true. Net is always less than the gross. Correct. Primary productivity depends on the plant species. Correct. There might be a plant which grows faster, which does things faster. There might be a plant which grows slower. So adu maarum. So 1 is wrong. 2 and 3 is the answer for this. See, idungala. See, gross primary productivity in பேசணும். Gross primary productivity depends on what? Primary productivity means what? Primary productivity is the productivity of producers. Productivity na enna? How much organic material is produced? Organic material எப்போ produce ஆகும் ஒரு plantல? Photosynthesis அப்போதான். Not during respiration. Respiration involves is burning the organic matter to generate energy. Photosynthesis is generating energy using sunlight. So in the respiration, the word everything else is correct. In the word it makes it wrong. Okay. So question number 43. In general, fungal infections are rare in humans due to the warmer body temperatures that does not allow the fungi to grow well. Yes, this is the reason why fungal infections don't usually occur in humans, because we usually maintain a warmer body temperature which is not good enough for that to grow. But இதே cold temperature வந்துன்னா fungal growth இருக்கும். For example, pickles which are kept in cold places, jams, bread. எப்போ cold place வருதோ, an optimal warmthness குறையுதோ, that is when fungal infection comes. The second time when the fungal infection comes is when the immune system is lower. உங்களோட immune system கம்மியாகும்போது கூட, for example, HIV infections வரும்பொழுதோ, இல்ல steroid அதிகமா எடுக்கும்போதோ, that is when fungal infection comes. Normally it won't come. This is a reason for that. Second, increase in ambient temperature due to global warming is expected to make fungal infections more common. பாருங்க, ஏற்கனவே இங்க warm சொல்றோம். ஒண்ணு இது கரெக்டா இருக்கணும், இல்ல இது கரெக்டா இருக்கணும். You guess it? Both can be correct at the same time. This is wrong. One only is the answer for this. Question number 44. With regard to kelp forests, consider the following statements. Kelp forests are macro algae that preferably grows in cold temperate waters. They are widely distributed along the shallow waters of almost all latitudinal regions. Usually, yes. It is found almost in all latitudes. But we are talking about major kelp forests. That is where the difference comes. When we say major, they don't have significant kelp forests, yes. But we are talking about whether kelp is growing or not. It grows. India does not have any such kelp forest. No, it is found. Kelp forests are found near Lakshadweep Islands. So இருக்கு, இந்தியால இருக்கு. They are formed by algal growth. Kelp forest ன்னு சொல்லும்போது நம்ம algae நினைக்க மாட்டோம், but it's actually macro algae. An algae, yes, exactly, brown algae which grows like a plant, but it's an algae. So all that, I'm sorry, என்ன மிஸ்டேக் வந்ததீங்க? Yes, 1 and 2, yes, 1 and 3. Sorry ma, the time is 1:30, நம்ம plan பண்ணிருந்தோம், we have another one. So yes, thanks for pointing it out. 1 and 3. Question number 45. Some clues are given for the crocodile species. It is the largest crocodile species in the world. Okay, it is found only in the Indian subcontinent. In the statement, the second victim, you can exclude black caiman and Nile crocodiles. What is found only in India is rendu, Gharial and Mugger crocodiles. Largest in the world, it becomes Mugger crocodile. And both are freshwater crocodiles. அதனாலதான் இந்த குளத்துல எல்லாம் இருப்பாங்க, குளத்துல ஏரியில இருப்பாங்க. அப்பதான் humans, when they encounter, that results in most number of human related deaths, which is given in the question. So in India, which one? It's a freshwater. It's a freshwater. Mugger is a freshwater crocodile, which is the reason why they are responsible for the cause of most number of human deaths. So according to the point is given below, the correct answer is C. So the last round will start now. We have saltwater crocodiles, which is called the saltwater crocodiles, which are found on the coastal regions like Bitterkanika, Chilika. And inland, even in the saltwater lakes, we have only freshwater crocodiles. Okay. So the last is it, please. Okay. So question number 46. Which of the following animal species are known for their annual migration? So migration is a seasonal phenomenon of movement from one place to another. But the migration முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட் என்னன்னா seasonal. They always follow the behavior in a particular season. அதுதான் மைக்ரேஷனோட யூனிக். And இதை யார் யாரெல்லாம் எக்ஸிபிட் பண்றாங்கன்னும் போது ரெட் கிராப்ஸ். This is something which is found only in one part of the world, which is called the Christmas Island of Australia. And in the சமயத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா அக்டோபர் நவம்பர்ல millions and millions of red crabs will walk through the roads, forests everywhere to reach the ocean. இந்த சமயத்துல கார்ல போனாலே you will see thousands of red crabs. It will be completely red colored, and that is an annual migration done by red crabs in Australia. Correct. Second, wildebeest. Wildebeest is a large cattle which are wild cattle found in Africa, which they go around their annual migration. இவங்களை சுற்றியே தான் மற்ற predators-ம் போவாங்க. Like lion, cheetah, they also follow their migration pattern. They also undergo migration. Correct. Salmon is also known to make their migration from ocean to the river mouth. I'm sorry, river mouth and river origin. Okay. For their migration. இந்த migration எதுக்குன்னா for breeding and giving offsprings. இவங்க எப்போ குட்டி போடுவாங்கன்னா இவங்க வந்து salmon are usually found in oceans. ஆனா அவங்க குட்டி போடுறது எப்பவுமே fresh waterல தான் நடக்கும். So they will go to the river mouth and do that. And fourth one, bats are also known for annual migration. And therefore, all four are animals that are capable of migration. It also includes some unknown birds like unknown insects like butterflies. Butterflies are also known for migration. Even grasshoppers, they are also known for migration. Okay. So 46 done. 47. Which of the following is a right matching pair? What's the answer for this? Has to be easy one. A. Algae and fungi in lichens. Orchids growing on trees என்னன்னா ஆர்கிட்ஸ் ட்ரீ மேல வளருவாங்க. இது எப்படின்னா நம்ம சப்போர்ட்டுக்கு வளருது. Okay, like a creepers. இதுக்கு பேரு என்னன்னா எபிஃபைட்ஸ். இட்ஸ் நாட் parasitism. அதே மாதிரி ஷார்க் இருக்கும், அது கீழே ஒரு ஃபிஷ் போய் ஒட்டிக்கிட்டு போயிட்டே இருப்பாங்க. இது என்னன்னா இட் இஸ் நாட் ஏமன்சாலிசம். ஏமன்சாலிசம்னா என்னன்னா one organism is neutral and the other is harmed. Commensalism is the exact opposite than commensalism. Commensalism என்னன்னா one is neutral, the other is beneficial. That is commensalism. The opposite amensalism என்னன்னா one is neutral and the other is harmed. Suckerfish என்னன்னா இதுல வந்து when we say the suckerfish, it's actually where the shark is the suckerfish is neutral but the shark is harmed in the whole interaction. அவங்க போய் ஒட்டிப்பாங்க. That is a harm for the shark, but with respect to suckerfish அவங்களுக்கு வேற எந்த பெனிஃபிட்டும் கிடையாது. So it's actually not amensalism at all. Question number 3. Ascuta என்றது is a parasitic plant. அது எபிஃபைட்டிக் கிடையாது. So பியும் டியும் இன்டர்சேஞ்ச் ஆயிருக்கு. So the only correct answer is A. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Question number 48. Which of the following organisms have the ability to synthesize their own food? Which means what is capable of photosynthesis? Plants பண்ணுவாங்க. Bacteria விடும்போது we have to say some bacteria. Remember, some bacteria சொன்னாலும் வெறும் bacteria போட்டாலும் it is inclusive of all and therefore it is correct. Example, cyanobacteria, and therefore that is correct. Fungi is an heterotrophic organism. Heterotrophic, not autotrophic. It is not capable of photosynthesis at all. Wrong. Therefore, 1 and 2 is answer for this. Question number 49. In the context of ecological succession, ஒரு ecosystem மாதிரி இன்னொன்னு மாதிரி அப்படி சேஞ்ச் ஆகிட்டே வர்றது ஓவர் centuries and centuries. That is called as ecological succession, which is called as pioneer species. Pioneer species na first colonizers. ஒரு வெட்ட வெளி இருக்கு, அதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போய் ஆக்குபை பண்றாங்க தெரியுமா, the first colonizers. They are called as pioneer species. So pioneer species ன்னு யாரை சொல்லுவோம்னா, in the standard text we say only two things: lichens and mosses. They are the first one to go and occupy a new environment, a new ecosystem. அவங்க தான் pioneer species. Answer 3-1. Then 50th one, consider the following kinds of organisms. ஏற்கனவே நம்ம பார்த்ததோடது, பட் இதுல ஒரு சின்ன ட்விஸ்ட் மட்டும் இருக்கு. So we know என்ன கேக்குறோம், who are primary producers ன்னு கேக்குறோம். In the food chain of oceans, remember oceans. Corals is an animal and therefore they are not primary producers. Wrong. So eliminate, immediately eliminate பண்ணிடுங்க. Next, diatoms நம்ம ஏற்கனவே பார்த்தோம். What is a diatom? It's an algae with silica in the cell wall. Correct. I also told about coccolithophores. It's an algae with calcium carbonate in the cell wall. So 3 and 4 வரணும். அப்படி வந்தாலே ஆன்சர் வந்துடுச்சு. So what about vascular plants, sir? Vascular plants are big plants that grows on land. Mango tree, coconut tree, avanga water la vara mudiyadhu. They cannot float on the water. They are primary producers in land, but in the oceans they are not. So therefore the answer is 3 and 4. So we will optimize and we will try to end our session by 1:30 from next day onwards. I would say the first day of this initiative that is going to bring a discipline, a sense of commitment in your preparation until up to May of this year. I'm so extremely satisfied with you guys. The thing is, a good start is always the best thing that you can do, but the challenge is to continue this. So please continue this great thing that you have started and ensure that what's going to come to you will always be good. So my best wishes. It's a great thing. I'm so happy for you. So it's a great thing. Let's collaborate for the rest of the 99 days. 100 days, 100 finger வச்சுக்கங்க, ஒன்னு கீழே போயிருக்கு, 99 days more to go. See you all tomorrow. தலை குறையாம வாங்க. See you all tomorrow. Bye everyone.